Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm Chuck Rogers, licensed professional counselor and licensed marriage and family therapist.
And I'm Keith Dunn, and I am a world traveler and a network engineer.
And are you ever, man? You were gone for like 4 weeks.
I know, 4 weeks. It was crazy.
And together we're Tabletop Coffee.
Yeah, where we are bold and never ever bitter.
And tonight we continue with our marriage killing series. I have no idea what number we're on.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. They're all good.
It's getting up there.
Yeah, it is.
Stay tuned and we'll tell you how to kill that marriage. Don't do your best. Whatever you do in your marriage, don't do your best. Stay tuned and we'll talk about it.
When you brought this topic up earlier this evening when we were talking about the different topics we were going to possibly talk about, this one just really struck me as a good one to talk about because I've always thought, why do we not do our best in our marriage? It's the person that we have made the decision. We've made that choice, and we say, I want to be with this person for the rest of my life.
Yeah, as Billy Crystal says in City Slickers, I've caught my limit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it doesn't work out that way because I don't know what it is. You'll have to put it in the comments below because I think this happens with a lot of marriages. You know, when you're in your dating phase, you're working so hard to impress. Yeah, you're impressing that person. You're going the extra mile. You're patient. You're kind. And then you get married and a little bit of time goes by and then all of a sudden some of that slips away.
It does. I remember when Kim and I were dating, I was 16, she was 15. I'd pick her up on my motorcycle.
Yeah.
Her parents were really trusting 16-year-old. Here, take my 15-year-old
on your
daughter
motorcycle.
On your motorcycle.
Yeah.
But they trusted me. They did.
Sure.
And I remember one time I picked her up in a car for this thing we had, this event from church. And I was thinking, how can I really roll out the red carpet for Kim? So I rolled out the red carpet for her outside the car.
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of romantic and cheesy and cool.
Yeah, that's very
But I was
cool.
I was doing my best for her.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. Oftentimes we get married and kids come along. I mean, the research is that
that's right.
Even for master couples, we've talked about the master couples many times.
All the time.
That marital satisfaction for both people goes down when one child enters the picture. And for 70% of master couples, the relationship really does tank after you start adding children to the mix. So there's lots of things, jobs, children, careers, and the marriage takes a back seat and sometimes gets taken off the stove and the time just isn't put in there.
Right.
Yeah. Oftentimes I have couples who come and they're almost always in crisis. Not always. Sometimes people just need a tune-up, but usually by the time people get to me, their marriage is really in a very, very difficult place, and it's usually been in a difficult place for at least 6 years by the time they walk through my door. And some work really super hard at it, and other times some couples work hard for a little bit, and then they quit, and then they come in and they start casting stones at the other person, blaming as to why their relationship is not either progressing or continuing to progress.
Right.
And I have said to people from time to time, so let me ask you a question. Are you doing your best in your marriage? Are you doing your best?
Great question.
Where the other person's concerned.
Right.
And when I ask it, neither person says yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, they'll honestly say no.
Right.
And then if you're not doing your best, then the question is, why aren't you?
Yeah, why aren't you?
Why aren't you doing your best?
Sure.
And so we, each and every week, offer up our thoughts about information about improving people's lives. And oftentimes it's about marriage.
Right.
And the Gottmans talk about this all the time, about the things that we teach people are so simple, not easy. So why aren't we doing those simple things over and over and over again to the very best of our ability every time?
Man, it makes me want to go home and just give Lisa a big hug and say, I'm going to do my best tonight.
Yeah, I dare you.
I will do that. I will do that tonight. I will go home and give her that big hug and tell her, I'm going to do my best for you.
There you go. Hey, we hope you liked our content. And if you did, would you please subscribe? Keith would really appreciate that.
Yeah, and be sure and ding that bell down there at the bottom so you're notified of upcoming episodes.
Make sure to like it.
Yep, share it with your friends.
Thanks, everyone.
Until next time.
Do your best.
Can you add some twang to that and sing it all over again?
I don't know why I would want to, though.
Do you know who sang that?
I do not know. I kind of break out into that song at home sometimes.
Do you?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it sounds like a fun song to walk around and sing.
Have
Anything
you
with
ever
frogs.
been a charm breaker or a handsome prince maker? Slow down, turn around, bend down, and kiss you a frog.
I love it. I love it.